when you have these major swings in the market. They create havoc. 1 month, your count is up. The next month is down, okay? You don't want to continue to have those major swings.
This is Blair Durham with Black Wall Street Today, your media hub for all things Black entrepreneurship, politics, news, and events in Hampton Roads and beyond.
Wall Street.
Black Wall Street.
And now, here's your host, Blair Durham.
Greetings.
Welcome back. It's the 100th episode of Black Wall Street Today with Blair Durham. So excited. Still celebrating 2 years as of today. It's time for hashtag Money Talk. And this segment, as always, is sponsored by Apex Financial Group of Virginia. Welcome, Mr. Gray. How are you doing?
Hello there. How are you doing, Blair? Doing good.
Oh, well, listen, not only is it our 100th edition and our second anniversary, I also understand that it is Life Insurance Awareness Month.
Oh, wow. That's beautiful.
That's what I learned. Very important. What are we chatting about today, sir?
Okay, congratulations on your accomplishment. So that's well done. Okay, so today we're going to talk about making sense out of our finances, okay? Making sense.
Making sense.
Okay, that's common sense. A common sense approach is
Okay.
welcome. Okay, now, Blair, each week I come on this broadcast each week, and I be actually discussing different concepts. But today I just want to just get down to what I call a common sense approach, okay, to finances, okay? Common sense approach, okay? Something that anybody can do, okay? If they're willing to just take time, okay? And the time I'm talking about don't require that much time. But if you're willing to take a small segment of your time and just put a plan together, you can make a whole lot of sense out of your finances. So what we're going to talk about is making sense out of your finances. Now, finances, we want to make sure we maximize our finances, okay? Now, finances include income, which means that we want to make sure we have more, when it comes to income, you have what? Expenses, right? So income minus expenses equal net. So we want to make sure that at the end of the month you have, net income. You have some savings, okay?
Sure.
All right? You want to have savings because if you have savings, that's a sign that you're paying yourself. And you should pay yourself, okay? We pay everybody else sometimes but ourselves. So when I think about finances, I'm talking about investments. I'm talking about retirement accounts. I'm talking about protecting your assets. I'm talking about having a trust in place versus a will. I'm talking about having adequate life insurance in place. A lot of times we see clients all the time, and many times the insurance policy that they have is they're old plans, which means that there's not enough coverage. We're talking about Social Security. We're talking about getting out of debt. These are all things that make sense out of our finances, okay? So with that said, I'm going to give you two concepts today, okay? That's very important in reference to making sense out of our finances. Number one, we have to really start taking a close look at how much risk that we're currently taking. Some are taking good risks, some are taking bad risks, okay? Financial risk is defined as the possibility of losing money. So there are two things when it comes to risk. Number one, you want to reduce risk. And number two, you want to transfer risk. Now, you just said something about insurance.
Okay.
Transfer and risk. You just mentioned insurance. This is a national, coming up National Wellness Month regarding insurance. When it comes to insurance, that's all insurance is. Insurance is transferring risk to insurance companies, okay? That's all insurance is. You transfer
Got
risk.
it. Okay.
Yeah, transferring risk because you're just spending a small amount, which is a premium on a monthly basis, right? And that premium buys you so much coverage. But the premium that you spend is much smaller than the face amount that you currently carry. So that's transferring risk, okay? That's a perfect example of making sense, okay, out of your finances. Also, too, when it comes to reducing risk and transferring risk, you want to make sure that if you have investments, you're not, at this current phase of your life, suffering losses, okay, or losing money, okay, due to what we call volatility, okay, market swings, okay. Now, these accounts I'm talking about when it comes to investments, it could be your retirement account, it could be a CD, a money market, it could be stocks, it could be bonds, it could be savings, okay, or you can have Sometimes we see clients that have their 401ks that left jobs 10 years ago, and the 401k is still sitting with their previous employer. Okay, that could be a certain risk. Okay, not just market swings and market vitality, but also too, you have to look at the fact that when you have these major swings in the market, they create havoc. 1 month, your count is up, the next month is down, okay? You don't want to continue to have those major swings in this type of environment. So what we try to do is we try to help reduce that risk, okay? And the way we reduce the risk is by making sure that you put your money in what we call a safe place, okay? Safety, okay? When you have safety, we have programs here that will allow you to have safety, which means that you will never lose your principal. And so here's an important statement, okay? With us, we have programs where zero becomes your hero. That means that you will never lose your principal, okay? And that's very important, okay? So that's making sense. That's making sense out of your finances, okay? That's an excellent way to make some sense. Also, too, if you're currently paying taxes, okay, on earned interest, I'm talking about earned interest, okay? If you're currently paying taxes on earned interest, okay, let's make some sense, okay? Let's make some sense by putting into programs, okay, where the interest is deferred and taxes are not paid until you actually make withdrawals. This is called tax deferral growth. Now, with tax deferral growth, it's quite obvious. If you're not paying taxes, okay, on it, okay, you're going to have more growth, more accumulation, which means that you're going to have what? More money. All right? That's accumulating. That's called tax deferral growth. And this is something that a lot of individuals should take advantage of because there are programs out there that allow your money to grow, tax deferral, okay, and you don't have to pay tax until you actually what? Take it out. That's making financial sense, okay, because you're going to have more money at the end, okay? Now, also, too, when we come to looking at making sense, we have individuals now who actually have a lot of wills in places, okay? They have wills, okay? We're talking about protecting your assets. You have to protect and preserve your assets. Why? Because what would be the use of gaining all these assets, accumulating all this wealth, and then you don't keep it, or you can't preserve it, or you can't protect it. So here we advise, a local living trust, a trust will keep you out of probate, okay, and that's a way that you protect your assets, okay. A will to put you in probate, okay. So again, we want to make sense. We want to maximize our finances, maximize our assets. So that's a tool that can be used when it comes to asset protection. And that's something that I think a lot of individuals should take a look at because, again, you want to protect what you labor for and what you earned over the years. That's making sense. Also, too, we have programs that will help you to pay yourself. We, a lot of times, go through life, we pay everybody else but ourselves. We have programs that we can show you how to get rid of your debt. Okay, real simple. Get rid of your debt. We'll get you out of debt in less than 9 years. That creates savings. You can now take that savings and you can invest that savings, and that's another way of paying yourself. Because a lot of times we pay more interest to others than we earn interest. And so, again, paying yourself is making financial sense. What's the point of going paying everybody but yourself? And so that's why statistics reads like a horror story because it tells us that 95 out of 100 people that's retiring, 95% of them, they retired with, in most cases, with no money. And the reason for that is because they failed to save and they failed to have a plan and they failed to pay themselves. So you want to pay yourself. That's making financial sense, okay? And so we have a list of things that we can do. We have a program here that I think is very, very valuable. We have a program called CAR, the Comprehensive Annual Review. This is the program that you can come in and get all your documents updated. That includes legal documents, life insurance, making sure your beneficiaries are correct, making sure that you have adequate coverage. All these things we will give to you just by calling us today. This number here today. If you call today, we'll give you a free consultation. Okay? that we can cover a whole lot of things that I can't go over in this broadcast. But anyway, give us a call today at 757-640-0207 for a free consultation. And this consultation here will give you a litany of things, okay, concerning your finances. Like I said, we'll talk about investments. We'll talk about getting out of debt. We'll talk about how you can move your money from harm's way to safety. We'll talk about the car plan, how you can get a free comprehensive review. We'll talk about Social Security. Right now, Blair, I'm going to say this, okay?
Okay.
There's so much money that people are leaving on the table when it comes to Social Security. It's just incredible. So if you are a married couple and both of you are receiving benefits, okay, it'd be worth your time to call in for a Social Security review. If you are a couple that's divorced and you've been married for at least 10 years and you're divorced, again, you should call me for a Social Security update. If you are a widow or widower, okay, there's so much there's so much survival benefits. It's just incredible that people leave on the table, okay? When a person, a breadwinner, is deceased, a lot of times they don't get the full benefits because we just don't apply for them. So Social Security is another big item. So again, if you want any of these items that I talked about on how to make financial sense, I'd be more than happy to talk with you, sit down with you, and we can put a plan together. And you can have that by calling the number today, 757-640-0207, and we will give you a free consultation. And this consultation will be a blessing to you because we will give you an idea on how to make sure that your financial plan is ironclad, okay? The old saying goes, Blair, a penny saved is a penny earned. So let's make some financial sense today by taking advantage of this free consultation. Again, you call us, 757-640-0207. And again, we will be more than happy to look at any situation that you may have, and we'll make recommendations that could help you in many cases to make sense out of your finances. So there you have it, Blair. Just a brief synopsis on some of the things that we can do for some of the clients that we are working with. And so any questions in the comments on your behalf?
No, not at this time. This has been wonderful. I always look forward to this segment. So very helpful. 757-640-0207. Now doing consultations, free consultations all over the country. So again, 757-640-0207. Thank you so much, Mr. Gray.
All right.
This show is brought to you by Positive Vibes Incorporated, our consulting services. We do credit fixes, tax resolution, we lend private money to real estate investors, and we do debt consolidations. Basically, we put money in your pocket when you need money. We put money in your pocket when you need money. 757-932-0177. Throughout the United States, credit fixes, tax resolution, lending private money to real estate investors, and debt consolidation. 757-932-0177. 757-932-0177.
Phenomenal. Stay with us online at Black Wall Street Today on Facebook and Black Wall Street Today on Instagram, and then follow us on Twitter as well at BWS Today. We look forward to talking again next week. Have a wonderful week. I have said and I will continue to say that the most important priority for the Black community is the Black community, not a particular political party.
Phenomenal. Hey, yo, when I say Black, you say Wall Street. Black Wall Street. When I say Black, you say Wall Street. Black. When I say Black, you say Wall Street. Black. When I say Black, you say Wall Street. Black. Black Wall Street. Black Wall Street.
Phenomenal.